All right, guys, a very basic idea of what I did. All right, a couple years ago, more or less, I wanted to change my life. So what did I do? I picked up a jump rope. I started to work towards making better behaviors that would give me better results. I picked up a jump rope. I started to read A Simple Act of Gratitude. Also, I read a book called Hard Goals. Also, I read a book called 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class. Then what I did, you see these books right here? I got 3 of them right here. I had another. I have to look for it. It's somewhere around here. But anyways, I started to write down quotes from these books, and all these books are full of quotes. Here's a couple. Self-esteem is the reputation we acquire with ourselves. Champions invest in some form of physical activity. Amateurs spend more time watching their favorite sport heroes exercise than they do exercising themselves. Amateurs see exercise as a chore. Pros see it as a necessity for world-class performance. Okay, after that as well, so I picked up a jump rope. I started to read. I started to get myself some good mentality by writing quotes that I like from these books. And then I started a journal. Okay, some of the journal says, I am definitely strengthening my awareness or idea or understanding about what kinds of things I like and I don't like in people, including myself. Here's a little more. I'm learning to pay attention to things I do like or want to do, etc. and getting better at basically ignoring things I don't like. A lot of these journalings were very uncomfortable, very confusing, very odd, because I started to write a lot of personal shit, and you don't have to tell nobody about it. You just do it yourself. Okay, so I started a journal. I started to read. I picked up a jump rope. I started to change my behavior, my mentality, and then I started to work towards changing my diet. I wasn't perfect at all these things right off the top, but I started to work on these things, okay? I got myself a NutriBullet, okay? I started to change up my diet. I started to learn about health foods, tomato, banana, pineapple, cacao, raw, unfiltered honey, apple cider vinegar, spirulina, green tea, okay? And then I also started to find out about supplements that were very cool. So like astaxanthin, okay? Resveratrol, probiotics, you want your probiotics, red marine algae, like I said, spirulina, cod liver oil, the omega-3s, ubiquinol, which is CoQ10, okay? And then from there, what I did was, when I started to exercise and I started to eat healthy, I wanted to learn how to recover from my exercise better, and I wanted to learn why these foods were healthy for me and why these supplements were healthy for me. So, for example, here it is. I started to study. So there it says sulfur and zinc, and here on the other side it says potassium, selenium, sodium, magnesium, manganese. Anyways, this is just a very basic idea. I have a lot more, and then I started to, for example, go even further into it. You know, I started to really start taking notes about the kinds of foods that contained all these things: glutamine, potassium, protein, vitamin D. The reason I was doing these is because, like I said, muscle nutrients. So I started to look up what nutrients helped with muscle recovery, because I was getting sore from my workouts and I wanted to know how to recover faster. So then I started to look up muscle nutrients, okay, and what helped your muscles. This is a very basic idea of what I did. I'm just basically showing you the surface of what I've done, okay? For example, check it out. Right there it says cod liver oil, okay? And check it out what I got right here. Cod liver oil, okay? And then from there, check it out. So then, right here, I got the MCT, okay? There's the notes. MCT oil. There's the notes. Okay, and then right here, I got CoQ10. Okay, and then check it out. There's the notes, CoQ10. Okay, and then from there, check it out. I got resveratrol. Okay, and check it out. There's the notes right there, resveratrol. Okay, and then check it out. So the resveratrol, I started to take notes on these things. So this is just a very basic idea of what I did. Then from there, I wanted to know how the human body used these foods. I started to understand what they did for the foods. Now I wanted to know how they got in our system. So I started to study the human digestive system. Okay, so there it is. Look, the stomach, the mouth, the esophagus, large intestine, digestive system glossary, and I have a bunch of stuff on the digestive system. All these are enzymes, a bunch of enzymes. Anyways, then from there, the digestive system eventually connected to the liver. So then I started to study the liver. These are called liver lobules. Okay, so then I started to study the liver. The liver connected to the circulatory system. So then I started to study the circulatory system. So there's that. There's a little drawing about the circulatory system. There's the stomach. There's the abdominal aorta. This is the small intestine, etc. Okay, and then from there, I also took notes with it. I've taken so many notes, okay? So many notes about the circulatory system, about the digestive system, and about many other things. And that's how I led from one thing to another. So one thing leads to another. I'm working on this one right now. This is the superior mesenteric vein. And, like I said, so I started to want to change. I didn't know how. So the first thing I did was pick up a jump rope and start putting in work. So if you've seen my earlier videos on YouTube, I started to do like 2 minutes at a time, 10 times a day. So that would make it a total, 5 times a day. So that would make it a total of 10 minutes a day of jump rope. 2 minutes at a time, 5 times a day. That's how I started, because jump roping was so hard for me. After 30, 45 seconds, I was already running out of breath. So I dedicated 2 minutes, 5 times a day. Okay, I started to read books. Like I said, A Simple Act of Gratitude, Hard Goals, 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class. I started to write down a bunch of quotes from those books. I started to study. I started to change up my diet. I started to find out what things were out there. I didn't just find out about these things overnight. I had to look one thing after another. I have a bunch more. I just took out some real quick to give you an example. I started to look up what these foods provided. Okay, I started to journal. I started to write about how I felt about my life, etc. And then I started to look up these foods, like I said. And then one thing led to another. I started to look up the digestive system, the circulatory system, and so on and so forth. I got myself a NutriBullet. Now I have a juicer as well. But I just wanted to give you a real quick video, a basic example about when I was ready to start making changes. I had no idea where to start. Absolutely none. But I just started. And I'm still working on it. I'm still working on strengthening these things, but I have definitely made progress. I've learned a lot, and I encourage people to, when you're ready to, for whatever reason, start making changes in a positive direction. Hopefully this gives you a little idea of more or less my experience with it, and then maybe you could take it from there, make your own experience. All right, guys, talk to y'all later. Hope everybody's having a great day. Cherish your family, cherish your moments, push through all the obstacles of life. Everything has something to learn, to teach you. You learn something from everything, as far as I've understood and as far as I've experienced. Sometimes it takes a really, really long time to understand what lesson is coming. But, and we're always, in my opinion, we're always right in the middle of a lesson too. So, just embrace life the way it is. And work towards what you do want, work towards the changes you would like to see in your life, the kind of person you would like to be, the kind of people you would like to have around you, the kinds of things you would like to have in your life, etc. And let's get it. I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Hope everybody's having a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day out here in Southern California, and I'm sure it is where you are, I hope. If not, then I don't know. We don't really have no snowstorms or nothing out here, but I've been seeing some pictures about other places. There's some crazy snow and stuff, but stay in, stay warm, enjoy your family. It's all love. Talk to y'all later. Peace out.